Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles. The Seminoles will put total leather to crank us up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The LSU Tigers offense will get the first possession of the game. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Power football with the run. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Atkins. Got him downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. LSU quick to the line.
You know, this offense knew coming into the game they were going to get some opportunities to take shots down the field. They feel like they've got the guys in the perimeter to win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll give it to the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Tigers! What a grab and go for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense will try to get something going with their first possession. A big challenge for both of these quarterbacks, Jesse, is dealing with a ball-hawking free safety on the other side.
Oh, you're right, Reese. QBs better be good with their eyes. Better not stare down wide receivers in this one, because if you float the ball down the middle of the field, that's getting picked.
And these guys are going to be right in the middle of the field, flying all over the field, and quarterbacks will make sure that they are locked in and not throwing the ball near those guys.
That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Fires and picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
He has shown you why he's so versatile as a strong safety. This is a guy that we've seen come down to the box, support the run. He can tackle out in space, but he's also really good on the back end in coverage. That time in the cover 2 look, doing a great job with his eyes. And he also shows you off the ball skills.
He unleashes a long one. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
To the air, it's Atkins. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field. That's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all 3 levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
Right back to the well. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Arkansas took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. And for a program that's won double-digit conference titles between the SEC and the old Southwest Conference, this is big time. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy.
Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Quick handoff. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. The Tigers line it up with a 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Atkins. He wants it all. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He's looking to throw it. Buys a little time with his feet. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Now on 2nd down. To the air, it's Atkins. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the pass hits, picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 30. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. To the ground with the back. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. And the Noles have pushed it inside the 20. They'll ride the hot hand. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They have been running ISOs in football since the beginning of time, right? They want to isolate that linebacker. A lot of times they're going to pull a guard. Great job by the defense seeing it, getting downhill, understanding where the ball's coming, going downhill, attacking it, and getting a big tackle for a loss.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Hubbard. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Quarterback keeper. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Noles! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. It's a draw. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll pull it down. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
That's a really good-looking throw there. I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Wenke, who, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. He is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
And the Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. A run for the quarterback. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. Now on the move. Touchdown Seminoles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Oklahoma State proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Pokes team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Looking to throw, it's Atkins. Makes his connection. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. LSU right back to the line. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another.
Looking for space. It's Wiggins. Dances away again. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Give to the running back. Brought down after a pickup of 5 yards down to the 10.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Man, that linebacker timed that play so well. I'm surprised the running back even held on to the football. They're lucky that was only a tackle for loss.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking for a man. It's Atkins. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. It is perfect. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They go to the ground. Turns it on in midfield. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll try the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. With the catch, it's Hubbard. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. He wants to throw. Unloads it downfield. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in Death Valley than you? A captivating game so far. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those deep they show some pride.
Fair catch, called for and made. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football...
The expressway is wide open. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. To the ground. He's got it again. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They'll go to the ground. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Makes the grab. It's Hubbard. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Touchdown, no! A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Iowa State delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Ames. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the Big 12. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. And the Tigers want to move quickly. He'll try to pop the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the defense was in there in such a hurry. They didn't even let that draw develop. Got to him so quick.
You know, the draw play has to look like a pass and not look like you're faking a pass. And I think there, it was pretty evident they were trying to run the draw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Looking for a block. It's Ward. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the 1st down.
Offensively, and are you going to take 4 to 6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Line gets set. 1st down. He's going to pass. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He'll try to do it himself. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Seminoles line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Offense gets set for second down. The give to the back. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
Mark down at the 25-yard line. Brings up third down.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on.
He's going up top. And it's caught inside the 30. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Seminoles. And the route is on.
And how about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small, wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs, get some positive.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long, whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages. He just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Wants to throw. It's Atkins. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The give to the single back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on. Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but
Time to take a shot. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's got his man. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They'll leave it with him. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State! And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Guess that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Finds his big tight end. And he might be known for one pitch, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. To the air, it's Atkins. Hauls it in. He got loose, almost housed it, finally tracked down at the 32. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Going up top on 1st down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
When you play zone coverage, everybody drops back, everybody has eyes on the quarterback. You're not really looking at the wide receivers a lot of times, so they can slip in those little cracks, and the quarterback can really make precise throws. Great job, great play, great throw, great game.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. South Alabama was able to finish off a close one inside Hancock-Whitney Stadium today. They did just enough, both offensively and defensively, to come away with the dub. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's his 4th interception of the night. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And it's just simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
4th and inches anywhere on this field. I don't care if it's in the red zone, on your own goal line. If you have their offensive line, I'm going for it, and you just saw it right there. Get it done.
The Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground. Take away that run game. Make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And they got him for the sack.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level.
All kinds of running room. He's at the 20. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Into the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the
touchdown Tigers, and they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Dropping back, it's Atkins. He makes it in for the deuce, and now it's a 14-point game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his target down the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Running back searching for a hole. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The Seminoles are threatening in the red zone. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.